Donald Trump will be watching the race for House seats in Pennsylvania with a close eye tonight. That state elected him by a narrow margin in the 2016 presidential vote, but Pennsylvania could help push the blue wave over the top. The CBC's Stephen D'Souza joins us live in Swarthmore, Pennsylvania. So, Stephen, just how important is this state to the Democrats?
Well, we hear so much about a blue wave, and if there is, in fact, a blue wave tonight, this really will be the place where it starts. In the suburbs of Philadelphia, the Democrats could take as many as 4, possibly 5 seats from the Republicans. If you couple that with 2 seats they're expected to take in New Jersey, not too far away from here, possibly 2 more, they could take anywhere from 6 to 9 seats from the Republicans. And if you think that they only need 23 to flip the House, then that's quite a start for the Democrats if that happens later tonight. And Ellen was talking about the energy and the turnout. We're also seeing that here in the outer suburbs of Philadelphia as well. Long lineups first thing in the morning, and a number of the polling stations we went to saying that they're seeing already the number of people that they saw throughout the entire day for the presidential election, and it's only midway through the day. Haven't seen that evening rush just yet before polls close at 8 o'clock. And fueling the rush on the Democrat side is really suburban women and grassroots groups. And on the suburban women's side, it's not just Democrats, but independents and Republicans who are showing their dissatisfaction with Donald Trump through their ballot. I had a chance to speak with a couple of them earlier about what their vote was and why they voted the way they did. Here's what they had to say.
We voted mostly Democrat today. I used to vote mostly Republican when I was in my teens and 20s, but over the last few years, I've just found that they don't stand for the things that I believe in or anything that helps my life, really.
We're not aligned with his values right now, and he needs to represent all people, not just his people.
So definitely for voters here, it is really a referendum, Andrew, on Donald Trump, this midterm election. They really want to send him a message from a state that helped get the president elected back in 2016. And
you're also, as you mentioned, you're also speaking to Republicans during today's vote. What have they been telling you?
Well, it's interesting, Republicans, for the most part, they're saying that they're focusing on issues that are important to them. So for some people we spoke with, they said the economy is the most important thing and they want to see it keep going. They said they talked about the migrant caravan that Donald Trump has talked about on the campaign trail. And for them, the Republicans we spoke with, they said that, it wasn't necessarily about Donald Trump. It was about the individuals that were on the ballot themselves. So let's take a listen now to a couple of the Republicans, who we spoke with earlier today.
I'm in business for myself, and past few years have been the busiest I've ever been since maybe 2006 or so. And I think the economy's doing well. I want to see it continue the way it is. We're actually putting more workers to work in my company.
Would have still voted the same way. I mean, he is definitely on my mind, but he didn't impact my vote as much as it might other people.
Now, one issue that we heard from both sides seemed to be a non-partisan issue was the issue of civility. Of course, we've talked so much in the last few weeks about the partisan nature of politics here in the U.S. and the divisions in U.S. society, not just in politics. And many people here said that they hope they see some restoration of civility and that people on both sides of the aisle are able to talk to each other again, and they hope that that will happen as a result, or regardless of the results really, from tonight's election. And so that'll be one interesting thing to watch for in the coming days, but we'll be watching tonight the results very closely here in Pennsylvania to see what sort of story they tell about the national picture.
Stephen, thank you. That is the CBC's Stephen D'Souza in Swarthmore, Pennsylvania.